What's what's going on, guys? I'm back with another video. I am doing a deck review discussion. The difference between that and archetype annals is that archetype annals is going to be for meta decks, any decks that ever been meta for at least a month or so. So yeah, that's the difference between that and deck review discussion. Deck review discussion is going to be the casual decks, or just really bad decks. I would love to be able to get to every archetype in this game, but unfortunately, maybe. So today we are talking about, it's not really an archetype, but it's a type of deck. It's Earth Machines. It's basically trains, but trains aren't really an archetype, but all these pictures have trains on it, except this one. But it's part of it. Anyway, let's get started. Rocket Aero Express. So level 10, 5,000 attack, 0 defense, machine earth monster. Cannot be normal summon set, must be special summoned from your hand by controlling no cards, and cannot be special summoned by other ways. You cannot conduct your battle phase to turn you special summon this card. Excuse me. You cannot activate cards or effects or set any cards. During each of your standby phases, destroy this card unless you send your entire hand to the grave. Minimum 1 card. So starting off, you notice this card's really bad. You have to control no cards for you to even summon it. It can't be like brought back. You can't activate or set cards or effects, so that's pretty bad as well. I just don't think this is a good card, and if I ever catch you playing this in a deck, I'm gonna roast you. This card is 5,000 attack. That's really the only good thing about it. Why they made it this like stupid to use and why it made it to like kill you, I don't know. But yeah, cool art, I guess. Anyway, the next card is the linchpin of trains, Night Express Night. When trains were first announced, this card was hyped up. People thought it was going to be coming out in the same set with everything else, and then we didn't get it, and then we got it in a promo, and then we got it in TCG. Well, in America, we got it in Dragons of Legend 3, I believe. But yeah, it's a good card. There's a few combos with it where you can normal summon it, and it's, well, let's just read it first. It's a level 10, 3,000 attack monster. A fat monster, sorry. Cannot be special summoned from the deck. You can normal summon this card without tributing, but its original attack becomes 0. If you're questioning why the first sentence says cannot be special summoned from the deck, it's because later on there's going to be a field spell, revolving switchyard, that says you can bring it out from the deck, and it'd be kind of retarded with 3,000 for free. But you can normal summon this without tributing, and its attack becomes 0. That's the saving grace of this card. Yeah, you definitely want to play 3 of this, because this card is literally one of the best cards in the deck. You just have to play 3 of this, but there's a few combos where you can like normal summon this, activate Forbidden Chalice on it, and it gains its attack back, and it becomes a 3,400 monster. So yeah, it's a really good card, and I feel like if you're playing less than 3, you're probably not playing a good build of trains. Moving on. One of my favorite cards in the archetype, just because of its artwork and its effect, is Heavy Freight Train Derrick Crane. It's level 10 Earth. 2,800, 28 attack, 2,000 defense. If an Earth Machine type monster is normal special summon to your field, except during damage, you can special summon this card from your hand. Sorry, but its original attack and defense become halved. You can only use this effect of Heavy Freight Train Derrick Crane once per turn. If this card is detached from a net Zine monster and sent to the graveyard, you can activate that to activate that opponent's effect. Monster's effect. You can target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it. So if we take a look at this, if this card is, I believe that's the wording. Yep, there's only 4 cards like this in the entire game that have, if this card is detached. So it makes it a really interesting monster. It's definitely one of, you want to play 2 or 3. Most people play 3 just because you want to see it, but it is searchable. It is technically searchable, and you can bring it out from the deck, I believe. Don't really, yeah, I think so. No, you can search it, I think. Yeah, you can special summon it, from the deck. Sorry, I don't really know this deck a lot. I have a friend who does. Anyway, yeah, it's definitely one of the better cards in the deck. The artwork's really cool, and the fact that you have this with Dora, which makes itself unaffected, and then you could pop a card, is just pretty good. Sorry for yawning so much. I've only been up for like 3 hours, and I'm kind of sleepy still. Anyway, moving on to Snowplow Hustle Rustle. First of all, I'm probably gonna have this in the worst card names series because the name is just ridiculously stupid. I mean, it's not like Hatronade or any of those, but it's still a pretty stupid name. But anyway, it's a level 10 Earth. You know what? Every month, well, I guess it doesn't matter. This is the last level 10 Earth machine for the deck. Everything else is level 4 or 3. Anyway, 2500 attack, 3000 defense. When your opponent's monster declares a direct attack while you control a card in your spell and trap zone, special summon this card from your hand, then destroy as many cards in your spell and trap zone as possible. And if you do, inflict 200 damage to your opponent for each restored card. You cannot special any monsters except machine type monsters. So this card's actually pretty okay. It's not played, but you could definitely probably get away with playing, like, you could probably get away with playing 3 Express Knight, 2 Derek Crane, and 1 Hustle Rustle, depending on the matchup. This card is okay. If you're not big on setting back row, this card is really good. I mean, really bad, because you need back row to resolve its effect. Its burn damage isn't really that great. Maybe for limping opponents, it could be good to kill off. Its defense and attack are pretty decent, considering. But you're probably not going to be playing this, and if you are, you're probably only going to be playing 1. Anyway, moving on to the level 4 monsters. Lionhearted Locomotive. Level 4 Earth, 24 attack, 21 defense. It's one of the highest attack level 4s in the game. And then when this card declares an attack, its attack becomes half its original attack until the end phase, until the end of the damage step. Yeah, this is just a really bad card, don't play it. Next level 4, Express Train Trolley. This is one of the funniest names ever. Level 4, 18 attack, 1000 defense. If an Exceed monster that was summoned using this card on the field as material gains this effect, it is Exceed summoned, it gains 800 attack. This card's actually not bad, it's just not good. It's okay for what it does. It's okay for Dragon Legend back in that day. We didn't really have anything else on this list when this card was out, except like Lionheart and Conductor Red, and Machine, and like a few others. But yeah, this card's really okay. It's not played. None of the level 4s except Ruffian Aerocar's played. This card, if it had another effect, it might have been played, but this card's definitely not played. Next card, Ruffian Aerocar. This is going to be your primary searcher. He just has to hit the grave to search at the entrance. Level 4, 18 Earth, 1800, 1000 defense. Once per turn, you're going to flip 500 to your opponent. You cannot conduct your battle phase. The turn you activate this card, that effect. That is the most irrelevant burn damage in the game, and I still don't see the synergy with that with the rest of the deck anyway. But continuing on. During the end phase, if this card is in the grave because it was sitting there this turn, you can add a 1 level 10 Earth Machine type monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. Yeah, the searching is a little slow. You have to wait till the end phase. But yeah, it gets you your Night Express Knights or Dare Crane or whatever you're looking for. So yeah, this card is definitely played at 3. With the new anniversary pack coming up, we should be getting this in a foil rare, which means all these train fans can rejoice and actually hollow out their deck. But yeah, this card is just played because it's just really good, and it has good stats for level 4. Anyway, moving on. Construction Train Signal Red. 1000 attack, 13 defense, it's a level 3 machine. When your opponent declares an attack, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you do, change the attack target to this card and proceed to damage calculation. This card cannot be destroyed by that battle. This card is okay. Medolce's the Medolce player who went to Worlds played this card. It does serve as a purpose when your opponent's trying to kill you off. This card is decent, but you don't play it in trains because this is level 3, which means you don't have any way of searching it. But I like the artwork. It's kind of cool looking. It's kind of mesmerizing. Yeah, it's just a good card, but it's just not played in trains. It's played in other decks that it can get away with, but that's not many decks because none of the train stuff is really good outside of trains. Moving on to the spells. There's only 3 spells. Special schedule. Target 1 machine monster in your grave with 3,000 or more attack. Special summon that. Target face up defense. You activate one special schedule once per turn. If this set card is sent from the field to the grave, you can target 1 level 10 machine monster in your grave, add it to your hand. So what you're going to notice is there's really only one card in the good train archetype deck cards that this works on, and that would be a Night Express Knight. So you're not going to play this because of that. It's just not worth it. The activation, if it's sent to the field when it's set, it's okay, but you have Ruffian Aerocar that you can send to the grave consistently most of the time. So yeah, you're definitely not going to be playing this, and the next card you're not going to be playing. It's an equipped spell, Train Connection. Must be equipped to an Earth Machine type monster by banishing 2 level 10 or higher Machine type monsters from your grave. Cannot be equipped by the ways. The equipped monster's attack becomes double its original attack. Also, if it attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. Other monsters you control cannot attack. So this card looks good in the surface, but when you take more time to read, you have to banish 2 level 10 or higher machines from your grave, and most of the time you're going to need those back because you can sometimes get them back. Maybe like a soul charge or something, called the Haunted, stuff like that. Now Monster Reborn now. So yeah, this is definitely just a really bad card. The piercing's okay. If you do it on Night Express Knight, it becomes 6,000. Other than that, it's not really relevant. But the clause that you have to have no other monsters attack is kind of sucky. So that's one reason you just don't want to play this card. It's just really bad. Moving on to the only field spell, and a decent field spell at that. Revolving Switchyard. For level 10 Earth Machine type monsters, normal special summon to your field. Can activate this effect. Your opponent takes no battle damage for the rest of this turn, even if this card leaves the field. Also, you can special summon 1 level 4 Earth Machine type monster with 18 attack or more from your deck, and if you do, it becomes level 10. You can send 1 card from your hand to the grave. Add 1 level 10 Earth Machine monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use 1 revolving switchyard effect once per turn, and only once per turn. So what you're going to notice right off the bat, that this card is really good. It gives the deck its searching and spamming and special form of the deck. Fortunately, you can't special Night Express Knight, but Ruffian Aerocar is the one you're going to special summon, and then you're going to make either Mrs. Radiant or a Dora. This card's just really good. You get this. It sends a card from your hand to the grave to search for any monster you need. So if you have the Crane but you don't have if you have like Night Person Knight or Dare Green, and you need a Ruffian, what you could do is you could send the card and search. But yeah. Anyway, moving on to the 2 extra deck monsters, and we're almost done, I promise. Number 1, the first one, number 81, Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Super Dora. That's a long name, but the card is kind of cool, so it kind of deserves it. It's 2 level 10 machine monsters. It's 32 attack, 4,000 defense. It's a rank 10 machine, Earth, obviously. Once per turn, the end of the player's turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 face-up monster in the field. That target is unaffected by the card effects, except for its own effect until the end phase. End of this turn. You're going to notice that's really good. It's just, if this was in a level rank 4, rank 3, or rank 5, or rank 6, if it was a rank 7, 8, 4, or 3, this card would be absolutely ridiculous. It's only not limited or anything because it's a rank 10. I'm sure if this was a rank 4 or something, it would be on the ban list or a limited list. But yeah, it's a really good card for rank 10. There's not many good rank 10 cards. The only other good one I could think of is this next one, and that will be Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max. This card is notorious for finishing off people in FTKs. There's an Elemental Hero Electrum FTK with this card. You would attack and then just do this, and then it'd be game half the time. It's a rank 10 Earth machine. It's 3,000, 3,000. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, inflict 2,000 damage to your opponent. Yeah, simple 2,000 burn damage is not bad at all. This card is actually really good. Well, not really good. It's played at 1 because the deck can sometimes just like OTK you with, like, not OTK you from the main deck, but they can OTK you when they attack and do this. Sorry. Yeah, this card is just played at 1 most of the time. Some people don't play it at all. They'll just play 3 Doras or other stuff. But yeah. Yeah, thank you for watching. That was deck discussion review. Well, deck review discussion. That was deck review discussion. Sorry about that. Yeah. I don't know what I'll be doing next for the next video. I think I'll be doing something a little more I know of. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody.